King Cobra.
Welcome to another episode of the Urban Retrospect. I'm going to be your host this go around. My name is Scott Jones, coming at you from Hendersonville, Tennessee, right outside of Nashville. And before I go any further, I want to introduce you all to my host that you all are, or co-hosts that you all are familiar with. I'm going to go to my left. We have Big G, repping the Uncle Nair's t-shirt. Let's go. Where are you from, Big G?
It's a small little town in Indiana called Naptown.
Okay. All right. To my right, we have Ramsey J coming out of Mount Juliet. But where are you from? Originally.
I'm from Tampa, Florida, and glad to be here.
Let them know. All right. And then down to my left, we have Kendra Cloud, representing Cleveland, Ohio, but
yes, sir.
But where are you from originally?
Born and raised in Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay, all right. And then Wesley Newell, out of Mount Juliet, but where are you from?
Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Okay. And then Simply P.
It's your boy, Simply P. There you go, in the building, represent Beeville, Tennessee.
See, that's the first time I ever heard anybody say Beeville. But again, my name is Scott Jones, and I'm representing from Louisville, Kentucky. But Ken, if you don't mind, again, sharing our viewers why we're here, what brought us here.
All right, listen, man. We're a group of friends that got together, sitting here talking trash over bourbon, figuring out what we can do to spread the word of what the impact of the Black economic dollar. We said, look, we're going to get on here. We're going to review products, hold people accountable, but also promote and let them know, hey, look, if something's not right, this is why it isn't. If we love it, it's a fist up. You know what I'm saying? For everybody. After that, we decided let's also start interviewing some professional Black people out here, some Black-owned businesses, and actually speaking to these people one-on-one, service providers. And that's how we transition to the insurance folks and everything. So we do it all, man. We bring it here to you, and we do it for the love.
Good stuff. I appreciate that. I just need to remind, because we're almost into year number 4 with this. But again, as I always tell folks, if you like what you're watching, please hit that like button, share it with your friends and family. And if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button. But you can also catch us on Facebook, Instagram, as well as TikTok at the Urban Retrospect. We're also on Twitter at Retrospect1619. If you have any questions, want us to review your product, please shoot us an email at theurbanretrospect@gmail.com. And to catch everything, a little bit about us, previous shows, and more, just log on to www.theurbanretrospect.com. Now, one thing that we are really big on is highlighting and reviewing everyday products that we use every day. And what we're reviewing today is something that we use every day, or we better use every day. I hope we're using every day. And that is actually real paper products. We're reviewing, and it's real, REEL. So paper towels, toilet paper. So we're going to give you our feedback on that. Yes, you're showing yours. I have mine right here. It's real paper towel. It's real toilet paper. And yes, it's Black owned. So I'm going to kick it off with Ramsey J. And if you don't mind sharing with the viewers, purchasing and also what you thought about real toilet paper.
Yeah. So I definitely am a heavy paper user of 3 children. So it's not just toilet paper, but it was paper towels. And so the good thing about Real is you can buy in bulk. And so you can buy in these bulk packages It really was simple and came really quick. I see now that they're available in Target as well. So it's always good to see Black products getting into the mainstream of these big box stores. And one thing that stood out to me is bamboo base, and I had never seen that before. So far as ordering, delivery, and buying in bulk to kind of save, everything was on point with that.
When you talk about bamboo base, are you talking about they made the paper out of bamboo?
Yeah, what is bamboo?
Bamboo's a tree.
Cat.
Oh, weed. Is it weed?
Bamboo boo.
Grass.
Grass.
But really, it's like I don't think, I've never seen other products, and I'm sure they're out there, but that said, okay, this paper product is bamboo and recycled paper, right? A lot of paper we use is really trees, softwood trees, primarily in the Southeast, that they're cutting down, and that pulp becomes all your paper products.
And since you asked, I pulled it up here on their website. It says bamboo is better. It said, in fact, bamboo is one of the fastest growing plants on Earth, which means rather than cutting down 100-year-old trees to make paper, we can use bamboo, which grows back in 3 to 5 years. It also grows back from the same root once harvested, so it causes less damage and erosion to the ecosystem, making sustainability forestry a possibility. It says while bamboo is different from trees in a lot of ways, they also share some of the best qualities, including sequestering large amounts of carbon and making soft, strong paper goods. And that's why
they say it's soft.
All right, before you give your review, Rebs, did you share what you thought about it already?
Yeah, I'll share. So it's a different product, and so going in, I had a misconception, or my brain was saying I'm looking for the big box paper products that like a lot of people use, and it doesn't have that same absorbency as some of the paper towels. And then with the toilet paper, it's a little thinner, a little rougher than what the Charmin is. So you end up using more of it just to try to do what you need to do in that area. But also, if you're cleaning up a mess with the kids, you have to use more of it too. So at the end of the day, when you think about sustainability, you're actually going through it faster, and maybe it's a wash when it comes to that. But I do like the sustainability part. I mean, if you ever seen like a forestry operation, I mean, man, they take a landscape and completely demolish it, right? Every tree is gone, right? Stumps are gone. And they try to plant those trees back, but it'd be 30 years before the trees come back to what they were. So there is something to that. But in the scheme of things, it would be tough for me to continue to use that product for how my family uses it.
Okay.
Well, Wes, go ahead and give us your take on real paper. Was it real to you?
Well, I'll tell like this. The paper towels, they go fast. But, with paper towels, you expect, I'm not expecting too much from paper towels. All I'm expecting for it to do is clean the mess, and it did a job. Might use a little bit more, but it actually helped clean, And like Ramsey said, when he explained, I did not know there was bamboo, but as you feel the texture of the paper towels, you can kind of tell this is different. You know what I'm saying? Now, with the toilet paper, you can call me what Kendrick Lamar called Drake, a colonizer, whatever. I'm sticking with that Charmin.
I'm like, why this is
that environment? Dog, I used that toilet paper and I felt violated. That joker was rough. I was in the corner. I was just like, oh my God. You know, you said a picture of, you know, those old the black head that worked on the cars and stuff. I felt like that man touched me in an improper way.
oh
Pick me next.
false.
He felt violated. Yeah.
Oh man, it was rough. I ain't gonna lie. I'm glad we used our last roll because I'm back on that Sharpie, baby. I'll probably get the paper towels, but one thing I would say to them, if you can get like a softer version or figure out a way to make it softer for that toilet paper. Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh. Woo.
Okay. Well, let me take it down here to Kid because I want him to jump off.
Hey,
Kid, what you think about real? Was it real to you?
hey man, it was really thin. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. Now, I will say this: I don't think that is good for use at home. I'll say that. That's more. You have a business. You use that one. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't be surprised. I'm completely making this up, but I wouldn't be surprised if it like dissolves in water better, so that when you flush it, you have less clogs. I wouldn't be surprised if it can claim something like that. Go ahead and get in your business, but for your home, if you say if you look at your backside as sacred as I do,
False.
hey man, there is no pause. That's just being honest, man. Like it's sacred. Back up. No, just it's a no-go for the kid. The paper towels, they were paper towels.
Okay. What about you, Big G? What's your thoughts on the?
So whoever didn't like it, I think they're being dramatic. Dramatic. I was about to order an Oscar for somebody. So I don't know what's going on with y'all backsides here. You know, I don't know what kind of paper y'all need, or I don't know what's wrong with y'all bowels. Y'all need like some industrial type of Velcro type of toilet paper.
That's just the thing. We don't need industrial.
Well,
I'm sorry that your junk done old. You done scratched it. You done scratched the hell out of your butthole. And now you can't tell the difference between good toilet.
It's my turn. It's my turn to give my 2 cents now. Mr. Toilet Paper, do it. I thought it was real good. And the toilet paper was good. I don't know if my derriere is less less inhibited than some other people's derriere that I don't know. But for me, it was great. I thought the texture was cool. Yeah, you going up
like the texture, kid.
You going up against big brand names. Yeah, but I thought it did its job for me and my plumbing system. So, and I noticed when I cleaned my windows, it didn't leave the film. It didn't leave none of that. You know how when you clean your windows, sometimes it leaves the extra, dust or whatever. It didn't do that. So I like real because I'm keeping it real.
That's what I'm talking about. You know what? I'm gonna go next. I'm gonna start with the paper towels. Paper towels are cool, just like any other paper towels. I don't think they went any faster than any other ones. And it has the half paper towel. I don't know who came up with that because a half piece is never enough for me. I always have to take the whole piece. So if you have kids and if you trying to get them to do half, and if I'm taking whole, I know they taking two. You know, because they always take more than they need to take. So, you know, that's just how it is with kids.
That's
now,
right.
with the toilet paper, it had two things that I like. It was more than one ply, and it had thirst pockets. You know what thirst pockets are?
No.
That's what eats that doo-doo up when you wipe it. You pull it, it has them little pockets in it.
Oh my God.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
So hey, you know, it served its purpose, and guess what? It was still getting backed up by my wet showers. So I'll use some showers, but those are the
How
wet
long?
wipes.
You doubled up? You doubled up?
Oh man, I get all my shit. You know, I get all my shit.
So you got a finishing move.
You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be the real, but I'm backing it up with Charmin wet wipe. This
Did he come with the super uppercut?
You know what I'm saying? I do my wiping and I back it up with the wet wipes. You know, I take the wet wipes, but you know, we're talking about real. So
yeah.
it was real to me, and I'll buy it again. So but that was my real experience. Simply P.
Man, all right. Hey, I love the packaging. When I got it, I was like, hey, I love it. It looks good. But when you open it, you get that dollar store 3 for $1 vibe. Soon as you get the paper towel, okay. The paper towel is cheap. Soon as the water touch it, it's gone. You got to like Ram and Westlake. You got to use more and more and more of it. Now, let's talk about this toilet paper. It give me that one ply vibe. And you know why they call it one ply, right? Because when you be wiping, you be like, ugh. That's why they call it one ply, man.
Y'all need to get y'all bowels fixed.
Hey, whoever invented one ply, dog. Whoever invented one ply, I don't know why you do this dirty. That's the worst, one of the worst. It wasn't an engineer. It wasn't an engineer.
No,
I didn't feel like it was one ply. I didn't feel like it was one ply.
It felt like one ply to me, man. And then, so I can't do one ply, man. But I'm gonna use it up though. But I got So I like it, man.
Boy.
I like it, but it give me that cheap dollar store, dollar general store vibe.
Oh man.
You all right?
Oh man. Woo! All right. I guess everybody shared their real experience. They all had real experiences. Man, he said he gave them that one. All right, well, this is the part of the show where we let you know what we felt. You know, fist up if it's good. If you'll buy it again, if you'll refer your friends to it or recommend it, then don't put anything up. So if you don't, so here we go. 1, 2, 3. All right, well, that was your real experience. BG and I had ours. I guess that's why our last name's Jones. You know what I'm saying?
If they can figure out a way, I like the idea that it's bamboo and sustainable for the environment.
Right.
They got to make a way to make it softer, man.
Man, your hair bamboo. What are you talking about?
I got here. Oh, shut up, because you like to wipe your butt with a Brillo pad.
My goodness.
It feels soothing.
We ain't gonna say what your hair look like. A loofah.
time for the hot takes. And since we are talking about dookie, poo-poo, shiznit, I'm just gonna throw some questions out, and then I'm gonna go just around the room, and y'all tell me what y'all do. Number one, Big J, over or under toilet paper? You put your toilet paper and have it go over, or do you put it down there to have it go under?
I would say under.
Okay. What about you, Ramsey?
I'm a over.
You are over?
I'm a over.
What about you, Big West?
Over, man. I don't want no wood chips or paint. Goddamn lead paint in my
Good point.
What
that shit rubbing against the wall and you put it up.
Yeah.
Nah, dog.
I ain't think about that.
What about you, Karen?
Hey, man, it didn't matter to me at first, as long as I had toilet paper. And then one day I had company, and they was like, "Man, you need to let it go over. That means that that's good luck. The other way is bad luck." So, and I've been nosing it. It's better going over, fade away. But yeah, it's better go over, man.
I didn't think it made a difference, but I would switch it.
Well, you know what though?
But Wes made a good point though. I didn't think
but
about
mine
that.
is under, because I don't know, and depending on what toilet paper you get. So let's say if it's a smooth kind, or if it's real thick, if you pull it, it seems like it will tear quicker. Not tear, but it will, versus if it's under, you have a little bit more slack.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm an under dude, because I need more than one square to wipe my booty. You know what I'm saying? I need more than one square. So
see, the thing is, I don't pull it. I roll it. I put my head on top of it and roll it.
Shitty hands, man.
You rolled it.
Get your roll on.
Roll it.
All right. Okay. Well, speaking of roll, then what do you do? Scrunch or fold?
Crunch.
You a scruncher? or if it's not scrunch or fold, what do you do? Ramsey, what do you do?
Ooh, scrunch. What is scrunch?
I don't do scrunch.
When you just grab the toilet paper and just start wiping. Fold means you put in a nice little.
Yeah, I fold. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I'm actually
yeah. I don't know what scrunch is. I fold it.
Or a ball.
Nah,
I'm a rapper.
You're a rapper.
Yeah, he rolled.
He want to stick his whole hand in it.
He a mummy. What about you, Wes?
I fold, man. I fold.
Sipping P.
Man, I'm an engineer, man. We gotta have some sturdiness. So I fold a nice little square. I'm folding, man. You grab it, man. You don't have that one ply problem, man.
All right.
That one ply problem. Think about it, man. Just think about it.
Oh, man. Yep, I'm a fold to myself. I'll have a nice beach. I'll take everybody
out.
Man, out today, G.
You got layers to the shit, G.
Yeah, I got to get all that.
None of that one ply, man.
Yeah, can't have that one ply. Ugh. All right. This was a question Perry even threw out. So now when you run it low, and you don't have that much left, what do you do? Do you put the pieces together? Or do you hope somebody else is in the house and you can say, "Hey, bring me some napkins"? Go ahead, Greg.
I won't get caught in that situation. I will waddle upstairs if I had to.
You're gonna be looking like that gorilla at the end.
Looking like a penguin and shit. Going up the stairs.
I will waddle to the nearest toilet paper, whatever I gotta waddle to.
Man. It just dripping all out your ass. What about you, man?
Well, I try to take them little pieces and try to do the best I can. And I've even you know how some stick to the little
yeah, that's what you're talking about.
That's what you gotta do.
Hey,
basically, you got a shitty hand.
Like,
that's what basically you got. That's all you talking about. You
hey,
get
Scott,
in the shower.
You should ask, like, what do you say when that happens? You know, I'll be like, damn, I'll be panicking like.
Hey, like G said, take your ass in the shower.
Oh man. The waddle is the worst though.
Yeah.
You know, you look crazy. You know, you got shit crumbs falling out.
Yeah.
Man, it makes it so bad you're gonna have to re-wipe yourself again because all it is just smeared.
Waddle to the shower.
G look like a male penguin.
Tell you, hey, just like I told you, I had those squatty potties in every bathroom. I got those Charmin wet wipes. So when all else fails,
that's what I was about to say. I got those wet.
Have y'all ever wiped? You think you good? You get that shower, you like,
got a little chunk on that washcloth.
Yeah. That's why I got a white washcloth.
You didn't know you had an extra compartment back there. Huh?
Hey, I'm telling you, you get that squatty potty, you're gonna find shit you didn't know you had.
You like,
I'm telling you.
You was like, I wiped good and it wasn't nothing on the toilet paper. You getting that shower.
Yeah, you need to get that shower. You got a big ass chunk just sitting on there.
Yeah. Wait on you. Like, motherfucker, you missed me. Look at your ass. Look at that child.
Hey, and that shit just talking to him.
Boy,
you got it on, dick.
Don't let you think you gonna get you some. You
That's why I talk about kid. I hope you take a shower because he talking about he got to take a poop before he go to bed.
You gotta throw that whole wash rag away. You like,
oh man,
you ain't gonna see this.
Damn.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness.
Oh dude. All right.
Funny.
Let me ask y'all this. I'm gonna ask y'all to give everybody y'all a poop pearl. What is something that or a best practice? Whether it's I'm not even gonna give you an example.
So I would say
give me a best practice. Boo-boo.
I would lean to Ramsey. Don't trust because you wiping and come get your ass in the shower and make sure you get to that back compartment that may have been a little sneaky, and you make sure you get in the whole shower and wash your ass good. You know, that's the only way you're gonna be super safe.
Yeah, I'll follow that up. You probably should just go ahead and get in the shower because the worst thing you can do is do that and go work out. You be that dude in the gym with that musty dookie smell.
That ass smell. They be walking past everybody.
Dang.
Somebody, how many more sets you got, dog?
Texting on the phone.
Dang.
50. Take your shit.
I'm done when you leave.
I'm done when you leave.
Oh man. Wes, what you got? What you got for us? What's your poop pearl?
Lock the door.
Good point. Good point.
Oh man.
No matter what, if you're in a restaurant and you at the house, public, lock the door.
Dude, I got
yeah.
What about you, Silly P? What's your?
Well, okay, man. I got two of them, if you don't mind. I have one. Huh?
No, you good.
Good. Okay. I got one for the fellas. Fellas, we're at the age now. Do not trust a fart.
I've been there.
Hey, don't trust the fart. We at the age now, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's all I have, man.
All right, all right. Well, with me, you know me, I'm number one, plot paper. What y'all know about that plot paper?
Yeah, I know about it.
You don't. So plot paper is putting a couple pieces of toilet paper in the toilet before you go boo-boo. So when it drops, it dissolves instead of drops in that water and plops back up on your ass. So plot paper.
Get
you some.
Plop?
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah. When
is
it
that
goes
a thing,
in,
or is just what you do?
that's what I do.
Okay.
That's actually something I got from my pops.
Okay.
You pre-layer it. That's basically what you're doing.
Yeah,
it's
just maybe a couple squares, because you don't want piss and boo boo and all that to plop back up on your butt. So whether it's toilet paper or a little piece of paper, that's one.
The
Another
other one is I got one more, Scott.
You can't break line, man.
No, I can. Clean the toilet after you get finished pooping. If you got a female.
Oh yeah, of course, yes.
Clean it. And make sure you check under the lift it up.
Yeah, under
Yeah, because you don't want them drops up underneath there.
Yeah.
And then the last thing I will say, as far as a poop pearl, is I do a lot of traveling, driving. So if my stomach is upset, 9 times out of 10 I'm stopping at a clean hotel.
Yeah,
but y'all all know that I'm a fan of Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's bathrooms are clean.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, Buc-ee's. If you got a Buc-ee's and you got to go number 2, make that stop. They have a bathroom attendant. I'm not talking about the bathroom attendant that's at the club with the mints, wanting the $1 bill, but I'm talking about the bathroom attendant that goes in there and cleans each toilet after somebody leaves. So
I ain't gonna lie, man. I think either you or Celeste told me about the hotels.
Yep.
I do that every time when I travel. Oh, there's a hotel.
Yep.
Hotels
and dollar stores.
And just give the hotel dude in the head. Nah, what's up? Go straight to that bathroom.
I'll be walking in there
like I'll be walking in there like I got a room.
Yep, that's exactly how I do. Yep, I do that too. I didn't want to tell nobody. I've been doing that shit.
They keep it real. If you ask them, they know. They know what you got to do. I'm gone.
Hey, only place that shit don't work is the hotel in the hood. Like you go to East Atlanta, Layla had to use the restroom. I put them in the hotel, man. Their doors locked and everything. No, we got no
So I'm glad you said that. I tell you one thing I can't stand is when they used to give you that when you go to the gas station, they give you that big old block that's attached to the key.
They don't bring it back, man.
I'm like, you know what? I'll just shit on myself. I don't even want
that. You sanitize that key.
So, well, good deal. Well,
hey, I got a quick question.
Go ahead.
Where's the worst place you pooped at?
Oh, you go first since you had.
So,
look, you know you got a good one.
So, this is a memorable night because this is the night Aaliyah died. I remember this.
You really remember?
My stomach was toe back. And I was in the club in Louisville. Man, I was like, I don't care. Either I'm gonna shit myself on the dance floor or I'm gonna shit. I went in that bathroom. It was so disgusting, but a beggar can't be choosy. I tried to build a nest.
Big bird.
I tried to hover, but my knees ain't strong enough to hover.
Oh, you went bareback.
He went wrong.
I had to sit down and hope nobody recognized my shoes. That's all I do is sit there and hope nobody recognized my shoes. That's it.
Oh,
Hey, you was in stall number 2.
Man, that's that nigga right there. Shit I bet old girl don't know he just shitted in the bathroom.
Don't make him go.
Worst night ever.
And then after that, you try to back on the girl.
Hey. Hey. Sometimes you got to mac on a girl.
Yeah,
Red, what's your shitty story?
Yeah, my worst one, and I don't do it to this day, but sometimes you just gotta go. I was at like a festival, and all they had is porta potties. It's hot. You know, people be in porta potties all throwing up, but I had to go, and I went in there, and I was sweating, and I'm trying to hover. You come out of there, and I'm like,
I'm ready to go home.
I'm ready to go. Right. Steeplechase is over. I gotta go.
He got on that white linen.
Yeah. So I don't do porta potties are the worst place you can
Steeplechase.
poop.
Oh man. What about you, Wes?
TSU tailgate porta potty.
Oh, you too.
Oh, yeah, I got the porta potty.
They nasty too, man. Especially the one by the Sigmas.
And then it's just kind of like you just go in there, man. And I had to, and then like they don't got no toilet paper in there, so you had to grab some napkins from a tailgate.
Oh my God! Oh, Lord. Damn.
And you just sit there and you spit on it and just like, please, Lord, let me get everything.
Oh, you spit on it?
Oh, spitty booty motherfucker.
Yeah.
Everybody like it's a lubricant.
Oh, stop now. Come here for a second.
Man.
Come here for a second.
No diddy.
He said my wave gonna stink.
And you know what I did too? When I walked out there, I walked out the most confident person in the world. Like, no. You got to, because you can't have anybody. You can't have that. You can't have that look like you just, because you just had the worst experience in your life you could have, and you can't walk out there and lay everybody know because they see it on your face, boy. And they'll get on you. I act like nothing happened. I was hovering like a joker.
You know what? Somebody's looking at you side eye. You just weren't paying attention. Like,
yeah. Hey, I'm gonna say this, man. Hovering is not for guys, man. That's for women, dog. We don't hover, man. Your ass ain't hover the whole time.
Yeah, you go hover when you see them piss stains and that vomit on that toilet seat.
Yeah, you better wipe it.
Yeah,
You better spit on it. You better spit on it.
Hover. You go hover.
You not up in them porta potties. You ain't squatting because them things is higher than your average.
Yeah, they are high.
Ugh.
Yeah. That's funny. Oh my goodness.
all right, Scott.
I keep it real. I can't. I mean, I've had some instances where I've just had to go in some nasty ass gas stations.
Yeah.
You
travel.
Yeah, but no, this was when I was younger. I'm old enough to know where I'm gonna go, or if I know I'm gonna have to go, I'm gonna watch what I eat before I get on that road, because a lot of it's based on what I'm eating at lunch. I get on that road. But
yep.
I won't say
I
can't recall one of the nasty, but I'll tell you what it is nasty in the mug is when you are up in one of those stalls. You see somebody come into that bathroom and they just come right on in, go into a stall, sit down immediately, get up, pull their hands up, and they go straight out the door. So number one, they didn't nest the toilet. Number two, they didn't wipe their ass. Number three, they didn't wash their hands. Now that is some nasty shit. They probably made your sandwich.
Oh. Oh.
Nah, I tell you a funny experience. When I used to travel a lot on by flying and go to airports, and you see lines for the toilets, and then you go in there You know what I'm talking about? You go in there, you gotta use it at the airport, and you go in there, and it be this one dude come in there, and he making all types of like the fart and the poo come out at the same time, like plop, plop. You sit there like, God damn, and you hold it. It ain't nothing worse than smelling someone else shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You can stomach your own, but when you smell somebody else's,
Oh,
hell no.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But dog, you don't supposed to go to the bathroom. You don't supposed to go to the first bathroom when you get off the plane. You're supposed to walk away from it because everybody go to the bathroom when you first get off the plane.
Now if it's Atlanta airport.
Atlanta got 3 more right next to each other.
Let me tell you something, man. I know people get mad at me. I be going to those family restrooms.
Oh, me too. Me too.
Hey,
I'm all up in
all
there.
day.
When I gotta do number 2, I'm going straight to the
Oh,
family
the restroom open.
Yeah.
I know. I'll be walking out there. You see people with their kids. I'm like, well.
Oh well. Hey, even the workers be in there and shit. Yeah, I do that.
Take all his clothes off and hang it on the door. Nasty.
It did spit on it.
And spit on it. He spit on it. He spit on it, dog. Hey, but the worst one I went to was at the club, man. I was like, gee, man, I had to go real bad. So I was like, man, fuck it. I'm a shit. Like G said, we can leave early or you can just go and do it. So I just went there and did it. It was nasty. I cleaned the toilet real good. While I'm in there shitting, how about niggas cocaine right there? He said, man, yeah. They had to, one of those bathrooms is like a stall in the back.
He done have mints and cocaine.
Man, yeah. He like, they was selling that dope. Then all of a sudden they go, anybody in there? I'm like, yeah, I'm in here. He's like, Patrick, that you? I'm like, nah, this ain't Patrick. He thought it was the one of the bodyguards. I'm like, nah. He's like, all right, man. We ain't doing nothing out here. And they was selling dope, dog. That shit was funny as hell, man. That was the worst one. And then another bad one. Y'all don't remember Big John. Wait, you remember the white dude, Big John, our freshman year at TSU, the football player?
Yeah.
We had that one bathroom. When you first walk into the bathroom stall, it was broken. I guess everybody was using the other one. And he was right there in the wide open toilet in the middle of the thing, using the bathroom, reading the newspaper. And while you're there brushing your teeth, he want to talk to you and shit. That's another nasty one right there. That was a nasty dude, man. But yeah, that's all I got, man.
So he was brushing your teeth while he was shitting. Is that what you saying?
He be trying to talk to you while you brush your teeth in that shit. We're the community. We're at TSU, man. The community tub, man, community bathroom, Boyd Hall, and Watson.
All right. Well, anyone else got any shit stories? Poop stores, Dookie store, drop them kids off at the pool store.
And Ken.
Well, I got one more.
There he is.
So they started me on that metformin.
Woo.
My God. Did I just tell y'all about this? Oh, so this is like 20 years ago when they started me on metformin for diabetes. And, you take one pill, 500 milligrams once a day. So I had missed a day. So I doubled up. Boom. Boom. So I'm at work. I was working night shift at this company called Monoplast in Frankfurt. And I was talking to my buddy Sam. We on the line and stuff. I'm talking, and my stomach is like, I so I took off. I took off, headed to the bathroom, and this is where I fucked up. I walked past the bathroom to go to my favorite bathroom. When I get to my favorite bathroom, somebody was already waiting to go in to wait next. So by the time I double back to the other bathroom, y'all, I tell you, I shit my pants. So I'm in the bathroom trying to clean up. I threw my drawers in the trash and shit, and
Smart move.
I'm in there sink washing up with like paper towels. It wasn't real paper towels, but it was paper towels and shit, trying to use that. So get that punk off me, right? So I think I did a pretty good job, right? And I went back to the line, and my boy Sam be like this. So I took off. I took off.
He said you didn't get it all.
I went home. And my girl at the time,
put
she's
that
like,
one finger up.
hey, he just like, he gave me that look like, I knew what he talking about. Like, no.
Oh, no.
I left. I didn't even clock out. I went home. I left. I went home, took a shower, and came right back. And this little redhead, she's like, did you shit yourself, Greg? I was like, nah, I try to play that shit off, you know what I'm saying? But I shit myself, and it was the worst. Man, I told my girl at the time when I went home, I said, yeah, I shit myself at work. I shit on myself. She fell out the bed laughing. She thought that shit was so fucking funny. I'm in the bathroom, you know, I'm showering up, like, you know, cleaning up real good, man. And I felt sorry for whoever had to, you know, empty that trash because it felt some shitty drawers in it the next day. And it was terrible, man. It was terrible.
What did you say it? I bet that your favorite bathroom was a bathroom that was way out.
Exactly. By the time I got to
it, you know what we call that? We call that blue water.
Blue water.
Yeah,
Blue water that's been untouched.
Oh my goodness. I was like, oh, that was a bad day.
Hey, I had an instance where, who was it that said lock the door? Oh, that was Wes.
Yeah.
I didn't lock the door.
I had that happen to me before.
I was on that toilet. The janitor came out. Had a brother over there just chilling like it.
Oh boy.
My goodness.
Hey, I'm telling you. Hey, but and then what Greg just said, I mean, you were saying don't mistake a poop or a fart. That could be any of us.
You just gotta know what you like. You said, Scott. You gotta know what you innate now.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna say one thing before I close this up. Don't eat that new Cobb salad from Panera Bread, because that gives you that instant relaxation. I'm talking about I swallowed it. 5 minutes later, I was up in that bathroom. But I ate all of that salad. That salad was fire. But we'll have you running. So, all right, now we are at another hot take.
Yes, sir.
This hot take, we have a special guest on here, and this is Dr. Randy Howard, good friend, fraternity brother, as well as my wife's gastroenterologist. He's not mine, because one thing he told me is that he doesn't scope his boys.
Good job. That's it.
So he passed me over to his partner. But this is Dr. Randy Howard. He's a native of Alabama, graduated from honors with from Tuskegee University, engineer. So that's his degree, electrical engineering. So we have a few other engineers on here. Med school at University of Kentucky. Completed his internal residency and fellowship at Case Western Reserve. So that's how you all have that Cleveland connection.
Cleveland.
Founded Gastroenterology and Hepatology Associates in July of 2005. And I already mentioned he's a member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. And I can give a whole list of other achievements and what Doc is doing, but we're going to save that for another time, because we're going to bring them back. This is just for the hot take. So thank you for joining us, Doc, especially at such a late notice.
Thank you,
Appreciate
sir.
you inviting me.
Okay. Well, this specific hot take is pretty much poop questions that people are embarrassed to ask, and then we're gonna have responses from Doc. So, you know, there may be questions like, hey, we talk and joke about, you know, different things, but we may be a little bit embarrassed to talk about certain subjects as it relates to poop. So I wanted to bring the poop expert on here. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off with the first one. And before I go to that question, everybody knows that I'm a big fan of the squatty potty.
Yeah,
That's
that's why I laugh. Yeah.
You know, squatty potty. I even call it the Scotty potty because I probably have stole more of the folks, and a lot of folks have it. So,
Man,
you
no
know,
disclaimer.
one
man.
of the reasons why I like it because it just makes it flow good. It makes it come out good, and it also makes that posture like that.
Yeah,
So my question is there a correct way to poop?
Hey.
Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily a correct way, but the squatty potty, it actually works because it changes the angle of your rectum, so it allows things to have a easier flow out. And so we get some people are really constipated, and it helps. And so, you know, we've got ladies with rectocils, and that's basically a little weakening of the muscle wall, and their vagina kind of obstructs the flow, and so we've actually got ladies that sometimes have to place their finger in their vagina to straighten the angle so they can have a bowel movement. And the squatty potty, I mean, it actually changes the angle and just allows things to flow better. And you know, most people don't need it, but some do.
Hey, you laugh, but I'm telling you, I travel with that mode.
I'm laughing at faces on the screen, man. That's all.
When you start talking about they gotta straighten it out, I was like, oh
Yeah.
Man, somebody beat the wall.
We obviously go get real in this conversation.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm about to learn a lot today, boy.
Hey, that's real though.
Somebody got the wall beat up. Somebody tore it up.
I'm a believer. How many people have purchased the squatty potty since I talked about it on here? One.
Oh. Don't raise your hand, Wes.
Don't put your hand up, Wes.
Hey,
I'm telling you. And Ramsey's even been on road trips with me where I pulled that bug right out the suitcase. Like, hey, I got the squatty potty.
Ramsey, do you ask to borrow the squatty potty? I mean, it's just your feet touching it.
Hey, it's right there. You just go put your feet up. Hey.
He made me a believer. Now after this conversation, I'm about to Amazon up over here on the left.
Hold on, dog. Let me see if I can open up my Amazon
that diarrhea flow.
So I can make some cheese on that book.
Yeah.
Hey, Scott, you should make an urban retrospect one.
Stickers on
with a fist on each side. Feet with a fist stop.
Yeah.
All right, now my next question is there an incorrect way to poop?
No, it's not necessarily incorrect way. I don't like patients holding it. You know, you get kids, you know, they hold it, and it just kind of it creates a bad cycle. And so, you know, when you got to go. You know, I've got patients won't go in public, and I don't think that's I don't think that's good for your GI tract. But you know, it's everybody's bowel movement is kind of individual thing.
Dr. Howard, thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that, because my wife needed to hear that, because she liked to criticize me. Because if I'm in public, hey man, if it's a toilet, I go, I make a bird's nest. I go ahead and sit on down and get that joint out of me.
When you a big bird,
you should.
Hey, look,
you
man.
don't need more than a bird nest.
Hey, look, I tell them, I say, look,
a bird condominium.
Hey, man, I tell them better out than in. It ain't a sin.
No, I mean, trust me, if you're not pooping, your life isn't great.
Good point.
Yeah.
Hey,
that's a t-shirt right there.
He might dropping already, dog.
T-shirt.
Hey, so that leads right into my question. What do you recommend to maintain regularity?
You know, I'm a big fiber guy. And so I personally like Benefiber. It's an easy way to get your fiber. You don't have to worry about it. But if you like Raisin Bran, you like, bran and those type things, that's, because not only you get the benefit of your bowel movements, it decreases your cholesterol, all those things. So fiber is the way to go. And if fiber doesn't work for everybody, and sometimes it can make you more bloated. And so for those patients, there's stuff over the counter called Miralax that I'll recommend. Pediatric gastroenterologists use it all the time. It's totally safe. I'm not a big fan of stimulant laxatives like Dulcolax and Senna and those things. I'm not a huge. They'll actually change your colon, and so but Miralax won't do that, and it's pretty benign. But if fiber works for you, that's the safest way, and you'll also get extra benefit.
Is the Miralax for the fans, for people out there, for the viewers, is Miralax safe for kids? We use it here.
Yes, pediatric gastroenterologists use it all the time.
Okay,
and so you don't think you have to be a little, because we get a lot of kids, they hold it, or they, I don't do kids, but when we did kids when I was younger, it becomes, it becomes traumatic for the mother. The kids hold it, they bleed, they tear stuff, and so when we did younger, we would stick a little bit of Miralax and a little orange juice and help them out a little bit. But it's about of the drugs we have is probably the safest things going.
Right. So I got another question then about this. I'm gonna have a bunch of questions.
That's right.
But what about what are they call suppositories, right?
I usually don't do suppositories unless you're really constipated.
Can you explain what they are, though? Can you explain how they work?
Yeah, essentially all you're doing is just like suppositories and enemas, you're putting osmotic fluid in your rectum. And so it allows fluid to come to, you can't have a bowel movement without water. And so it allows fluid to come in and then allow you to have a bowel movement. And essentially that's it. A lot of times they'll do glycerin, which is essentially oil. But most of it is osmotic. That means that, whether it's got salt, it's going to bring fluid into your colon so you can have a bowel movement. But, I usually don't like doing those things unless you're really constipated.
Why? Why is that?
I just don't. If you don't have to put anything up there, you shouldn't.
It's supposed to
and
go
so,
out, man.
and then my older patients sometimes mess it up, man. They don't do it properly, and you can hurt yourself.
Yeah.
All right.
One thing I did hear. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Scott.
One thing I did hear about, and I don't know if you've been hearing about this, Doc, is with the Miralax. I guess taking it over time can thin out your hair. And
I haven't heard that because theoretically it should not get absorbed. But I won't say it's not because I don't know, but it theoretically should be all in your gut. It shouldn't get absorbed. Okay. But there's always a possibility some of the stuff gets absorbed, but it shouldn't.
Shoot, thank you for Miralax, because remember, when you used to have to have colonoscopies, it was that Go Lightly or whatever like that. Now you put that Miralax, that Gatorade.
It gets the job done.
But you answer one question though. How you major in electrical engineering and being a gastro doc? That's more mechanical. That's more mechanical than.
Even engineering, man. I like tinkering. So gastroenterologists, we got a lot of toys, and so I like doing stuff with my hands.
You trying to
hey
electrify.
Man, I can't even lie. You sound a little sadistic. You said gastro, you got a lot of toys. Like you enjoy
a lot of toys, baby. A lot of toys.
Hey, another thing too, man. One thing I hate is when I'm trying to get clean, go to this little Kappa party. You take a shower, you take a dump before you take a shower, and then when you get done the shower, you gotta go again. That totally mess everything up. You gotta get back in. So my question to you is, why can't I completely empty my bowel?
You need some more fiber. The more fiber you have, the more you may evacuate.
Yeah, but
And so
you evacuate, but you're just going at different times, like
yeah, but the fiber gonna bulk everything up and
all at once.
yeah, and so
Okay.
so you'll have better bowel.
I got you.
Doc, I got another question. Speaking of better bowel movements, man. So, and really kind of tags on to what you were just talking about. One of the things I tell my wife is that, you know, when I'm really trying to exercise, eat better, all that type of stuff, when I'm drinking a gallon of water a day, like I try and tell her, like, man, that evacuates my system.
Yeah, it does.
On both, like, not just me peeing, I'm talking about pooping. I gotta go, you know what I'm saying? One of them. You know what I'm saying? Is that normal for somebody to, you know, to experience?
Yeah, I mean, the more hydrated you are, the better bowel moves. You know, I tell people, even doing fiber, if you do fiber, if you're not hydrated, it's gonna be like passing mortar. You know, little country boys putting out mortar. It ain't gonna work well.
Yeah.
It ain't. You know, it ain't. It won't. It'll be an unpleasant experience.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, that was a good point there. That's all
Now,
I got.
All right, Doc.
My question is, I'm asking for a friend who has hemorrhoids, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Should your hemorrhoids bleed when you actually poop, you know?
So hemorrhoids do, so that they're essentially veins at the end of at your anus. And so if you're having hard bowel moves, they can, or you even having diarrhea. The only thing with that is, you know, you should get it investigated, because there's a bunch of old studies, VA studies, that most bleeding that come out bright red is hemorrhoidal, but there's a decent percentage of it is not. And so, you know, we get a ton of rectal cancer that cats been sitting on for a while, literally, because they attributed their bleeding to hemorrhoids, and it wasn't. Or it still could be hemorrhoids, and you still have something bad there. And so, you know, unfortunately, as Black folks, you know, we die more of colon cancer. And so, and some of it is because, you know, we don't go to the doctor, but some of it's because we go to the doctor and the doctor doesn't recommend basic health screening like colonoscopy. And so, you know, where I train at, any bleeding should be investigated, no matter how old you are. We getting a bunch of, 30-year-olds with colon cancer in our clinic. So, you know, it's just, if you bleed, you got to make sure there's nothing else going on.
Okay.
All right, I got one. So, what about those people who poop multiple times a day? I'm talking about 3 to 5 times a day.
You know,
is that normal?
Yeah, it's normal for them. So, I get patients that go every other day, go, 3 or 4 times a day, but that's normal for them. You know, we consider constipation as not going, if you're going less than 2 times every other day, basically. Once you get over 3 days, that's constipation. But everybody think of going a lot as diarrhea from a doctor. That not necessarily the case, more of a volume thing. So I've got patients that, for normal for them, if they don't go 2-3 times a day, they're miserable. And so it's an individual thing. The thing as a gastroenterologist we don't like is when it changes. Say, for instance, you normally go 2-3 times a day, and then now you only going once every other day. That's concerning.
What about the timing of it, right? So I can pretty much time my poops. I get 3 of them a day. You know what I'm saying? I get it after I drop my girls off.
He talking like he a professional shitter.
I'm not, man. I am, because I've always.
I mean, you talk like you been in contractions.
But I've always had a active system. I know I'm a dad. I need to go there. Then I need to go in the afternoon, and I need to go before bed. And if I don't get to go before bed, hey man, I'm fighting all them the bed, messing up the sleep for my wife. You know what I'm saying?
You take a shower before you go to bed?
Yeah, I take a shower, but I'm
just
don't make a
difference. Hold on. Hey, you Dutch oven your wife, man. You be
have I Dutch oven my wife? But she sure has said she done she done turned over and got a whiff when that blanket lifted up. Zorroed her real quick, but my bad.
Dutch oven. Man,
That's
crazy.
funny.
Yeah, you know, it's the individual thing for you. So again, if and your body changes a little bit as you age, but you know, if you go from the routine changes, it should get investigated.
So
Whether it's your diet change or it doesn't mean bad things, but
what about
we don't
just
like
the timing of it? What about just the timing of it?
Yeah, yeah. Even say, for instance, if you're regular, you do a morning, midday to night, and then 5 years down the later, your morning goes away. I still would get it evaluated because it's a change for you. Because everybody's a little different.
Okay.
He don't want to go see a gastrologist in Cleveland.
And I've already, all jokes aside, I just had my what's the backside violation?
Colonoscopy.
I had my colonoscopy last summer, and like so I got another question. I got questions all about this.
Hey, you got that diarrhea.
Yeah. This is a Ken consultation.
Oh, 100%.
Hey, charging that co-payment, doc.
But I mean, so like one of the
hey, make sure you send him a bill, Dr. Howard.
One of the dope things that I like, and I think
I only bill Q's.
But one like when I think it's dope having Black people from our society where we can actually have these conversations in a free and open environment. So that's, for me, that's what's going on. Like having what's it called again? Colonoscopy. So I need, what are the options in terms of what makes you evacuate? Because what I understand is you have pills and you got that solution. Now, I just got done telling you, I poop 3 times a day, bare minimum 2 times a day. You know what I'm saying? The amount of solution that they gave me, I was guessing is based on weight. So they think that I needed more. I needed less. Like I was completely, I was clear before I even had to finish the second jug. And what actually ended up happening is I was in pain by the end of the night. Like I asked the nurse or whatever at the desk, I said, once the process is done, do they vacuum this stuff the rest of this out of me, or what's gonna happen? Because I know how I go and I know what y'all just gave me. And what ended up happening is after the procedure that night, man, I went so much it was burning. You know what I'm saying? Like I was punching the wall. My daughters were like, "Man, what's wrong with daddy?" Because I was in that much pain because I had to keep going and wiping and cleaning.
Oh,
what other options exist?
Was that after the Diddy
that's
party?
a little unusual.
Yeah,
that's a little unusual. So only because I always tell people most time when you leave, and actually I don't, if a patient in pain, to me that's a problem. And so because colonoscopy is safe, but there are bad things I can do to you, and so the first, if you're in pain, that would concern me, because that's unusual. And so I mean I don't know who did your procedure, but if you're in pain, that's unusual for what we do.
Look, man, I got to figure something out. I mean, there
are other ways for the prep. There are newer stuff that you don't have to drink as much. There are pills, but I don't use them because every time we try to do pills, we put people in kidney failure. So, but there are less volume new preps that you don't have to drink as much volume. But normally, and it's not weight based. It's not size based. And it's the funny thing is the guys in Cleveland that I trained on that did all of the prep studies back in the day, and they really haven't changed that much. We call it lavage because we're trying to make you poop your brains out so we don't have to look at poop. If your dad is the only relative that had colon cancer, you really, unless you had a lot of polyps, you really should be every 5 years.
Okay.
Because we have a tendency. Some cats have a tendency to overscope a little bit, and so
I got you.
and so if I would say 3 to 5 years if he's a decent endoscopist, and I'm biased. I'm a gastroenterologist. Some of the general surgeons do colonoscopies, and they don't do the volume that we do. And so, just like anything else, the more you do, the better you are. And so, we have at times we have to clean up some of their stuff literally because of missed stuff. And so, I always throw it out. There are some good surgical endoscopists, but I'm a little biased on that.
Okay. I know one of the things that you see these commercials for is Cologuard. I don't know if you probably see it. So
yes.
Is that better than
no? So for you, really, if you look at the fine line, you're not eligible for a Cologuard because you're considered high risk. And so Cologuard, the problem with Cologuard, and we like Cologuard as gastroenterologists because it gets people screened that wouldn't normally get colonoscopies. But if you read the fine print in Cologuard, there's a high false positive and a high false negative rate. So that means that 15 to 20% of patients that do Cologuards who have a negative test are going to have colon cancer or colon polyps. And so that's a pretty significant number. And so, but we see a lot of patients with Cologuard positive and a negative, and we've seen some with colon cancer that have had negative Cologuards, and so for those patients who are unwilling to get colonoscopies, I think it's a great test because it's going to get a bunch of people that may die from colon cancer that would have not gotten screened.
Gotcha.
So I have a question about we established red poop is bad, bleed
red poop is bad.
But is there a certain color that your poop should be? What's the right color? Should we be concerned about our poop's color?
So there's a few. I do a lot of inpatient medicine. So there's only a few colors that bother me because most times your stool is gonna be the color of the food you eat, right? And so red we don't like, black we don't like, white we don't like. Anything else really doesn't do anything for me. And so because if you go out and have a little some collard greens, things gonna look sideways the next day. And so yeah, I mean those are really the three colors that I'm not big fans of.
Well, you talking about white? You talking about like the clay?
Yeah, you got me on that
kind
one.
of clay. That means
dehydrated.
your liver. Something going on with your liver.
Oh, okay.
AP, well, Doc, we reviewed a juice one time on here. It like some beet juice.
Yeah.
Hey, look, everybody out there, if you drink some beet juice, don't be scared when you see the results, man.
Oh yeah.
I think
you ain't gonna be and depending on the acidity, it might go a little. It might not be pleasant for a second.
I tell you this, funny thing you say that is after we did that beet juice, I went and had my colonoscopy done because I was like, something wrong.
Yeah.
I was like, Doc, I'm bleeding. He said, what? I was like,
now you juice.
I didn't tell him I juice. It's bad. I wouldn't have that colonoscopy done, because I was like, oh my God, what is all this blood? This blood. Oh my God, it was terrible. It was terrible.
Hey, did they put you to sleep with that when you did get a colonoscopy? They put you to sleep?
Yeah. We put you down.
Oh man, I think I got molested then, man, because he told me to look at the screen and stuff, man.
Well, nobody told you. Nobody told you to go to.
Hey, you know who did his colonoscopy? P did. P did it.
Yeah.
He did it.
He said P did it.
That was
Take that.
I told you that we don't stop. I told you that.
I told you that we
I ain't
don't.
dealing with y'all, man. We trying to have a good conversation here.
Well, Doc, funny thing, I got a question for you.
Hold on, man. I gotta tell them the year, man. Hold on. This happened in 2002, I think. And everybody keeps saying they put me to sleep, but I was looking at the TV screen. He kept saying,
Yeah, yeah.
TV.
2002, we probably gave you a little something to relax you, and did it.
I
So
did feel
we talking
violated.
about 22 years ago. Yeah, we probably didn't put you down right. And
Okay.
now the problem with that is a lot of people don't come back.
Yeah.
And so if they have a bad experience, they don't come back. And so
Yes, sir.
one of the things that some of the big insurance companies are doing, like Blue Cross and a few others, it didn't go well this past year, but they were trying to make us justify giving anesthesia for patients. And so when the data is rock solid that if you screen patients, colon cancer the rate goes down, but if they have a bad experience, they don't come back.
They'll come back.
And so when you see it come up and your insurance company is trying to favor a couple dollars, they're trying to save it at your expense.
Okay. And the funny you said I did have Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Tennessee at that time. So yeah, man, they didn't put me to sleep. I was wondering, man. I was like, because everybody else kept saying they put me to sleep.
No,
not me.
we put you down. No, back in the day, we would, whisper sweet nothings in your ear while we scoped you. But yeah, people screaming, it don't go well.
Hey, so that's why I told Ken we're at the age that we got to look at a doctor credentials and his hand sign.
Well, my hands are big.
See, wouldn't be my doctor. My doctor is a woman, a black woman with little fingers.
Right there at your crib.
In the same bedroom, you be Dutch oven.
I told him that you was gonna do it, baby.
Well, I got a question, Doc. Does the size of your poop matter? Because I'm a nurse and I've seen some people deliver bouncing baby boys. And goodness.
I'll walk up out of there, big dog.
We worry about little poop, like pencil thin poop.
Okay.
Then that's concerning.
Okay.
We worry because you worry about something constricting.
Okay.
And so the smaller poops we worry. Bigger poops, you probably need to hydrate better and have some more fiber. But the smaller ones, pencil thin is a problem.
I got last question. This is off the. Why does the small poops hurt so bad versus the big poops?
That I don't know. But fiber is the way to go, baby. And if it's all dry and stuff, a little Miralax don't hurt.
Okay.
I got one question.
Listen, I just ordered me some fiber. I'll be fiber.
You mentioned something, and I read an article about it that you're getting a lot of people that's in their early 30s or late 20s with colon cancer now. Yeah. And I read an article on CNN how a lot of people that age range are catching it all of a sudden. Do you think, can you give a kind of reason why, you kind of thinking? Is it because they eating all this ultra processed food, or do you know?
Yeah, it's kind of, you got a bunch of guys doing studies on it, but it's real. I mean, we see a lot of, I had this young lady, she died this past winter. She had like 3 young babies. She was like 33. Then no family history. It's probably diet related in some way, whether it's, I'm not, whether it's our high fat Western diet, but that's the reason why they dropped the age from 50 to 45 is because we're seeing more and more young people with advanced cancers. The good thing about, not a good thing, but at least with colon cancer, you catch them early. We cure about everybody, but when, we get you late, it's hard. And so actually one of our best friends from undergrad died a few years ago. He got diagnosed in his early 40s and one of my first cousins, he did fine, but he had colon cancer and he just, he was just not feeling right. It wasn't like he had bleeding or any of those things. He just, he just was different. And my boy Leon, he, which and some of it is about having a good primary care doctor, just seeing subtle stuff like maybe having a little mild anemia, blood count just being a little bit low. Those are little things might clue you into, you got something going on that's not quite right. And the only thing that I think is probably a dietary thing, a Western diet thing. But yeah, I mean, getting younger and younger. I mean, when I've been doing this for about 20 years, and in the first 10 years, I mean, I seldom saw anybody under 40 with colon cancer. And now I get, I don't know, 3 or 4 really, really young people every year.
Anyone else have any questions?
No,
have we addressed any poop concerns or all your poop concerns?
Now, Doc, you got to come back, man. This was a good conversation.
We're definitely gonna ask them back just so we
can.
Because we only were just touching on poop, and of course it's found in other areas, but there's definitely we haven't talked about Crohn's disease,
or IBS,
syndrome, etc. So we'll we hope you will come back to join us.
Yeah, I appreciate you having it. And
no problem.
And like I said, I don't discriminate against Qs. I just don't hang out with them.
Smart man. Smart man.
They're ruling the party.
One thing we usually do when we have somebody on is that we ask them to do a words of wisdom, just to share maybe some pearls, some recommendations, something that you just may be thinking about. If you have any, couple 1 or 2 minutes, 30 seconds, whatever, if you have any words of wisdom to share, please do.
I mean, the only thing, I tell anybody that'll listen. I mean, there are 2 things that I'm fairly confident is real. The first is my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and the second one is, there's a lot of things that you can buy and get and do, but there's one thing that you can never get back, and you need to value it, is your time. And so don't let anybody waste your time, because once it's gone, it's gone.
Thank you,
sir.
All right.
Thanks,
Doc.
Doc.
Y'all have a blessed day.
Thanks, Doc.
Okay, you do the same. Thank you, Doc. All right. Viewers, thank you again for watching another episode of the Urban Retrospect. If you like this show as much as we did, please go ahead and hit that like button, share, and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Please also catch us on Instagram, Facebook, as well as TikTok at the Urban Retrospect. We're also on Twitter at Retrospect1619. And if you want us to review your product, if you have any questions, please shoot us an email at theurbanretrospect@gmail.com. And to catch everything, a little bit about us, a little bit about the shows that we've reviewed and the other businesses that we reviewed and more, go to www.theurbanretrospect.com. And as we like to close out, peace, love, and retrospect.
Yeah.
Cue the music.
I'm gonna get the whole cheesesteak in his mouth. Sorry, guy. Real good. Put that shit in his mouth. That's it.
Pause.
Yeah, they're going to have a giant glizzy.
We'll put that. That will be
He did his bad too, kid. He was like this.
that'll go at the end.